Hello, 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 Cancer. What is up? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Sakira. If you're not new, Cancer, then you know that we have finally reached our 500 subscriber milestone. Woo, woo, period. All right, you guys. So I'm super excited, and I do want to start this reading by saying thank you to all of you guys who have subscribed, all of you guys who have tuned in, all of you guys who decided to join the squad. You already know we're about to be lit on this channel. Period. But you guys, in honor of this huge accomplishment, I know it's only 500 subscribers, but that is the beginning of where this channel is about to go, where we are about to grow, the amount of content that's about to be put out on this channel, all the good things. So thank you again, guys. And in honor of all the subscribers this week, the first set of readings will be dedicated to you. So since you guys hyped up this channel, you know we have 500 subscribers, I'm going to hype you guys up with the cards, you know, see what Spirit has to say. This is going to be what makes you guys special for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. So Cancer, if you're interested in seeing, you know, what Spirit has to say, how Spirit thinks you're special, how Spirit wants to gas you up, hype you up, then let's get it in. Let's get started. All right, again, for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node, what makes you special? What needs to be heard? What needs to be said? What needs to be honored? Let's hype Cancer up, Spirit. What makes Cancer special? What do they need to hear right now? What makes them so amazing to be around? What makes them such a beautiful gift to this world? What makes Cancer special? All right, Cancer. Let's see. What makes you special? What makes Cancer special? I'll take it. Sorrow. Oh my God, Cancer. I just heard like you feel all your feelings. Like you get to process your pain and you feel things. You don't run from your feelings. That's really powerful, actually, because believe it or not, your emotions are the keys to your manifestations, Cancer. So it's interesting that you guys got sorrow that makes you special. I feel like when it comes to heartbreak, when it comes to pain, you guys are emotionally strong, you're emotionally sound, and you're really able to just, you know, go through the mud with your feelings. Like not a lot of people can handle such powerful emotions so easily as you guys. So woo woo to the Cancers. What makes you special, Spirit is saying, is your ability to process deep rooted pain, deep rooted emotion with finesse, with ease, right? At the back we have Silence, which is kind of like my moon card. And you guys rule the moon card in tarot. So it's interesting that we have silence here, and I feel like this is your element. Again, that's what I'm saying. Like for you guys, when it comes to processing feelings, it's not that you don't feel the pain. It's not that you don't get upset ever. It's that you are so in tune with your feelings that you just kind of allow them to pass through you and you cope with them in such healthy ways, right? Like you guys feel all the feelings, but you also get to release and purge them too, just by being in your own element, right? I feel like with this silent card, the word silent to me, it's giving me vibes that you guys kind of have your own space internally where you process these emotions. Maybe if it's your quiet time, maybe it's bedtime, maybe it's meditation, right? But it feels to me that you guys have found some way in some form of stillness within yourself to really house these emotions, to really kind of deal with them, to, like, you know, to have that space to go inside yourself, take a look at what's going on in there, and really be able to finally cope with whatever emotions may be going on with you or inside you at that time. So that's powerful. You guys clearly have the power of water. That emotional power. I like that. I didn't see that coming. But you know what, Cancer? I'm not surprised that you guys got this like superpower of sorrow. It's interesting because, again, not many people are good with emotion, myself included. So shout out to you guys. All right, what makes Cancer special? These are too many, but thank you for all of the love that you guys want to give Cancer. Let's get 4 cards on the table. What makes Cancer special? All right, the first one. Scorpio, I transform. So look at that. This is the first energy, and this is what I was saying. Like, although you guys are not Scorpios, obviously, you guys are water signs like Scorpios are, but the phrase is I transform, and that's what I was saying. It's like you guys are so good with transmuting the energy of emotions. Like you guys are good with processing it. You guys are good with, you know, coping and dealing with these emotions as they come up for you. Whereas most people probably suppress. I feel like Cancers, you guys are really special in the way that you are able to just like deal with whatever is going on with you at that time, right? Like you don't necessarily have to put it off to a later time. When you feel your feelings, you feel them now. You feel it all and you feel it completely, if that makes sense. Which is super powerful because, again, not everyone has this ability. Well, everyone has the ability, but not everyone has tapped in to their ability to become more like this. All right, we got 3 more, which is perfect. We got 4 more. I'll take them. So the next one out is Venus, love. So look at this. You guys, you transform pain into love is what I'm getting. It's like you guys have such big hearts, Cancer. You are equated to the sign that's like the mother of signs, whereas Capricorn would be like the father of signs. But when you think about being a mom, you guys have this nurturing ability. You guys have this nurturing capacity. And all I'm seeing here is like emotional powers. Like you guys have superpowers when it comes to your emotions. And with Venus being love, I feel like, especially with this card being number 4, you guys are super special because you're really grounded in love. You really are grounded in Venus energy, even though you are tied to the moon. I feel like the moon and Venus, to me, they kind of go hand in hand. They both deal with like emotional pleasures and desire. Well, the moon is not so much your desires. It's more like your moods and your feelings and your intuitive connection. But when you think about Venus, it's kind of dealing with feelings as well, just more on like the romantic aspect. And so, again, I feel like you guys are really special in that you are grounded in love. You're grounded in your ability to go back to love, even when you are going through pain, even when you're suffering. Some of you guys are really, really good at practicing unconditional love for people, even when they, hurt your feelings or when they don't treat you as fairly as maybe you want to be treated, right? But that's what makes you special because you know how to, I don't want to say reciprocate, because if someone's not treating you fairly, that's like the opposite, but you know how to stand in your power of unconditional love. Let's put it that way, right? Next, we have Mars force. So clearly, Cancer, you're a force to be reckoned with. I feel like also Mars represents anger out of all the emotions. So I feel like, again, you feel your feelings, right? But Mars force is number 5. Again, 5 being that number in numerology of change. You get like this whole transmuting, this changing, this shifting, this transformation kind of energy coming through. You know how to change your anger into love. Well, let's just say at least you know how to deal with your emotional energies that come up for you, anger included. And so I'm seeing here like a different array of basically emotional superpowers that the Cancers have that make you guys super special because you're so fully tapped in with your emotions. Again, you have the power to be grounded in unconditional love, all while feeling your anger and transmuting that for better, positive, more high vibrational emotions. Next, we have Saturn return age 50. So some of you guys right now are hitting your Saturn return age. You don't have to be 50 years old. This is also number 5, right? Saturn return happens every like 27 to 29 years. So what that tells me is that around that time is a super powerful time for you guys where maybe a lot of emotions are coming up for you to be able to transmute. And I feel like it's interesting because I was saying we got the moon earlier and Capricorn would be like the father of the signs, which is ruled by Saturn. So we have both the mother and the father. I feel like you have a good balance, Cancer. I feel like aside from the Saturn return age part of this card, the part of Saturn or the energy of Saturn still really holds supreme in this card. And I feel like for you guys, you're really disciplined with your emotions is what I'm getting. It's like you feel them, sometimes you can't control them, but I feel like there is an aspect of you that does have like a certain discipline when it comes to managing and how you manage your emotions. Now, Saturn return age, some of you guys could be approaching it, some of you guys could be in it, some of you guys already had your first one, you're moving towards your second one, depending on your age range. But I feel like your Saturn return is a super powerful time where emotions really come up for you to be able to transmute, to be able to transform. I feel like you transform into even more of an emotional superhero during your Saturn return phase. And maybe for each one that you have, you become even more tapped and even more unlocked, which is beautiful. And lastly, we have Black Moon Lilith mystery. So Black Moon Lilith is that dark shadow energy. And that's what I was saying. I feel like some of you guys really have this ability to go within the depths of yourself, go within your shadow and process some of the painful emotions that kind of reside there, right? Like you guys have this amazing ability to go super deep. And again, Cancers, believe it or not, like you probably wouldn't be able to relate because your nature is Cancer, right? Whatever your placement is for this. But I do feel like if you were in another sign's shoes, maybe an air sign, maybe an earth sign, you probably would understand how emotions they're not necessarily navigated as easily as they are for the water signs. And so with you guys specifically, I feel like all these emotions that come up for you, what makes you special is that you handle it all with grace, you handle it all with finesse. And I'm not saying all the time you're perfect at it, but I am saying that it feels to me you guys know how to have that balance. You know how to go into the shadow, into the depths of your soul when you need to, and you also know how to be grounded in unconditional love when you need to be. So that's beautiful. Let's get some numerology for the Cancers and see what makes you special. What does Spirit have to say? What is the tea? What makes Cancer an asset to this planet? What makes Cancer a beautiful addition to the collective? What makes Cancer special? Ooh, all right, I'll take it. I want it to come out. Domestic harmony. So you guys know how to make a house a home, Cancer, period. What makes you guys special is that, again, you embody the energy of the mother, right? When you think about the mother, she is typically domesticated, right? Her home is, if you're in tune with Venus energy, her home is beautiful, it's masterful, it's decorated well, it's clean, right? Her kitchen is like literally fully stocked. Like, and even if this is not your case, I feel like you just have this natural ability to bring love, balance, harmony, joy, again, harmony, right, to whatever home environment or whatever environmental space you create. Because domestic to me is not just where you reside, it's kind of where you spend a lot of your time. So let's say you spend a lot of your time at work, right? I feel like you create like harmony, especially emotionally, for other people through interactions, whatever the case may be, but just by your presence, right? Just by your energy, just by your aura. And I feel like that's what stands out about you, Cancer, the most, because you really are in tune with your emotions. And again, being rooted in that unconditional love, it's beautiful. I feel like when it comes to your sense of being who you are, there's a lot of pride. I feel like Cancers, you guys have this love for self. Right now, pride to me, since we're doing what makes you special, we're going to look at the positive attributes of pride, because we all know, pride, it could be a blessing blocker depending on how the energy is used. But we live in a reality where there is duality. So for every positive you can think of, there's probably a negative to match it, and vice versa. So saying all of that, we're going to focus on the positive of pride. For you guys, I feel like what makes you special is that you make yourself proud, right? You are who you are and you stand true to that. I feel like there's a certain air of like confidence that you guys carry. Like, to me, pride and confidence are similar. They are different, but I feel like sometimes pride can be felt because of confidence. And I feel like that's what you guys really embody, like this confident stance in who you are, especially your emotional capacity, right? Let's get two more. For Cancer, what makes Cancer special? Synchronicity. So clearly you guys are in alignment, and I just heard in alignment with your emotions. So Cancer, it looks like all in all, what I'm getting from this reading so far generally is that you are in alignment with your emotions, and that is truly a superpower for you, because it helps you to process things so much easier than maybe some other people, right? It helps you to really get through whatever emotions may be stirred up for you. And let's face it, right? Humans, the crisis that we face on this planet, it stems from like deep-rooted emotions. War stems from deep-rooted anger and jealousy, right? And greed. Hatred stems from deep-rooted love that may be a little skewed or tainted. Like, if you think about it, all issues in life are kind of rooted in some type of form of emotion. And so I feel like with the synchronicity, we have 8 and we have 7. 8 to me is a number of abundance, a number of manifestation. 7 to me is a very unique number. It's like tied to your spiritual destiny, your spiritual path, your spiritual walk in life. And I feel like yours is abundant because you are in tune with your emotions. You walk maybe a spiritual path, and spiritual doesn't mean you go to church. It doesn't mean that you're religious. It just means that you're in tune with your higher self, with your true nature, with God's essence that resides inside of you, right? And God leads you through emotion, believe it or not. Again, that's why your emotions are tied to your manifestations. And so I feel like, again, Cancers, you guys have this alignment down packed. Like, when it comes to your emotions, you guys feel them deeply, and I feel like it's a great benefit to you to be so in alignment with these emotions as well. I'll take the top one. We have self-discipline. So that's what I was saying with this Saturn. It's like you guys have a good deal of discipline when it comes to your emotions, and it could be because you're going through Saturn return lessons, or just Saturn lessons period, right? Because Saturn rules karma. So some of you guys have this energy to you where you're becoming more disciplined when it comes to managing your emotions, just because you're going through lessons in life that are teaching you how to better manage your emotions. And at the back we have self-love. So this is what I was saying again, also with this Venus energy, you guys are grounded in love, and that doesn't just mean love for others, that also includes love for yourself. And so this to me is super powerful, because it shows that Cancer, your special abilities are really rooted or really grounded in your ability to not only love others but to love yourself. There's that harmony, right? There's that balance and that duality. So let's keep going, and let's see what else makes you guys special. I'll move these down a little bit so we could put the tarot cards in the middle, and then we'll pull some affirmations and we'll close out with some advice. So for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node, what makes Cancer special? What makes Cancer special? Okay. What makes Cancer special? What do they need to hear? What needs to be said? What needs to be heard? What needs to be honored? For Cancer, what needs to be heard? What needs to be said? What needs to be honored? All right, I wanted 4, so I'll put these back. For Cancer, what needs to be heard? What needs to be said? What needs to be honored? We got 1, the Tower. So again, this is showing me that you guys know how to be cool, calm, and collected in times of crisis. Now again, it's not to say that you never feel your feelings, that feelings never come up for you, but I do feel like you guys have a certain discipline in handling them well, managing them well. And I just heard you guys don't agree with this, right? Like, because when you're experiencing your emotions, maybe to you, you feel like you're losing it. Maybe to you, you feel like, you know, things are kind of spiraling out of control. But I feel like there's some type of like order to the chaos. When you are feeling all of those feelings, that's the whole point. You allow yourself to fully feel them. When things get crazy, your feelings get crazy, but that's the point. Again, you're not suppressing your feeling. Oh, Cancer. I love this. What else do we have? What makes you special? 10 of Cups. So you guys have this ability to create like happiness in where, like in the places that you go, happiness for your life, happiness for your family and for your partnerships. This again is giving me like domestic harmony, and I really do see that some of these energies are kind of repeating for you guys, because this is really like the tip of the iceberg for Cancer. Is like what really makes you guys special. And I feel like your ability to create happiness wherever you go, to create this harmony wherever you go, is a beautiful attribute. This is what makes you an asset to be around your friends, to be around your people. We have the 6 of Swords. So I feel like for you guys also what makes you special is that you know when to move forward or when to move on. Now it's interesting because the Cancers that I'm tapping into must really have a certain emotional discipline, because typically like Cancers are not known for like easy detachment. But I see here for the ones that I'm tuned into today, you guys seem to have an easy time with moving on to things that are more in alignment for you. I feel like the Cancers that are tuning into this, you guys have a special ability that when you know something is no longer serving you, you make it your business to kind of be a little logical over emotional. So you do have that discipline of having the balance of heart and head, right? You're not just heart over head. You're not just head over heart. You do have that emotionally sound ability to make a decision if need be, right? To make a logical decision, not an emotional one, which is super good, because again, that shows that balance, that shows that duality, that harmony between your masculine and feminine. And then we have the 5 of Wands. 5 of Wands is a challenging card, and I feel like it really talks about overcoming obstacles that you feel are unsurmountable. And I feel like Cancer, look at this Ace of Wands at the back, you guys have this special ability to really tune in with your fire, with your passion, right? To me, this is problem-solving energy. It's like when things get tough, your ability to connect with your spirit, with your ether, with God, with source, it kicks in. So clearly you guys are synchronistically tapped in, but you're also intuitively tapped in. I feel like you guys, when it comes to challenges that may come up for you, you kind of just allow yourself to go through these challenges, to fully face them. And it's not to say you don't ever get knocked down. It's not to say you don't ever face hard times, but I do feel like you have this balance of being able to pick yourself back up again, which is always important, because life is going to knock you down. That's what it's here to do, right? So that we can learn how to become stronger because of the times that we did get knocked down. So I'm going to post some affirmations. Cancers, you guys can repeat them to yourselves to reprogram your mind if you want to do that thing. But I am only pulling these to see what you're in alignment with, to get more information on that, because I do feel like affirmations are important, right? They show where your subconscious mind is at, and your subconscious mind is directly linked to manifestations and things of that nature. So let's see. For Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node, what needs to be heard, what needs to be said, what needs to be honored? They're giving me this one. I am open to receive. So Cancer, I was telling you, like, being so in tune with your emotions, it really does open you up to, you know, a lot of abundance, a lot of manifestations. And I see that you guys are super open to receive, because you guys are super open emotionally, which is beautiful. Let's get one more. For Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node, what makes you special? For Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node, I'll take this one. I do not have to prove myself to anyone. So there goes that pride energy. I was saying, like, you guys seem to be so confident in who you are, right? You seem to be so self-assured. And even in those times when you feel like you're not, I do feel like there are times when you realize that you are here to live your life the way you need to live it, and you don't have to prove yourself to anyone. You don't owe anyone any explanations. You don't owe anyone any sense of, you know, I don't want to say loyalty. Loyalty is nice, but you don't owe anyone loyalty. Loyalty is gifted to people, if that makes sense, right? So let's get some advice for you guys, and we're going to close out. Now, Cancer, this advice is usually in alignment with something that you've already been doing, but Spirit just wants you to, like, keep going, keep continuing to do that, because whatever you're doing will definitely serve you. So I just saw at the back, it's okay to feel feelings. And I'm telling you, Cancer, like, that's your energy. Like, literally, it is okay for you to feel feelings. Let's see. All right, first card of advice, celebrate the little things. So for you guys, Cancer, I feel like overcoming little things like emotional hardships, that definitely should be celebrated. Maybe you don't celebrate it enough, that you are easily, or let's not say easily, right? Because for some of you, it may not feel easy, but you can definitely overcome challenges, especially when it comes to your emotional body and when it comes to life, period. So learning to celebrate the little things will definitely keep you on an aligned path. And then we have stop and let it all grow around you for a little bit. So it looks like there's a little bit of patience needed. Not only for yourself, but maybe for something that you're manifesting right now. And definitely, you know, give it the time that it needs to grow. Give yourself the time that you need to grow, to expand, to transform as well. And all will be well. So Cancer, I'm going to drop the mic right here. You guys already know that this is the end of the video. Thank you so much for tuning in, for sharing that time, space, and energy with me. If you vibe with this, if this made you feel a little gassed up, if this made you feel a little special, drop a comment letting me know how you feel. If you guys really vibe with this, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, and you already know the whole deal. So until next time, Cancer, I love you guys so much. I will catch you in the next video.